Hey folks, so my name is Greg Coon. I'm an assistant chief with the Steese Fire Department. And what I thought I would do for this video is kind of give you a little bit about myself. Most people that are in this class already know who I am. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different to kind of make this a day in the life. So my goal is to pull this off with one single cut, going through and giving you kind of what my life looked like today, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So as we're cruising along here, you can see in the background, these are two of my Airbnb cabins that we have. We bought this property that's about 10 acres. It's out here in North Pole, and it is, well, it's been a labor of love. I don't know if you would call it love all the time, but we purchased this property. It used to be an old dairy property way back in the day. That's currently where our house is, and that was a dairy barn back sometime around the time of the 50s, possibly the 60s, about the same time that the Kramer's Field was developed, the area around Delta and Matsu. And so this property, again, was a dairy farm for a little while. That's my in-laws' place over there, and that's the shop that I get to use. This is our dog Dixie right here, and as you come around, this is our paddock for our own personal horses, and that horse off in the distance there, that is Cash. He used to have a friend by the name of Cowboy, and unfortunately Cowboy got sick and we had to put him down this year. So those are our two Airbnb cabins that we built a couple years ago. In fact, it was almost exactly 2 years ago to this day. If I were to make a recommendation, Airbnb cabins are a great opportunity, but you have to have a reason that people would want to come here. What we have is we have the horses, we have my wife's ability to decorate things quite nicely, and we also have all of this open sky that is fantastic for people viewing the northern lights. So anyway, I've been in Alaska for most of my life. I was born down in Caldwell, Idaho, back in January of 1969. And then when I was about 5 years old, we moved up to a little town in southeast Alaska called Skagway. And in Skagway, I lived there for 10 years. Right after my 16th birthday, we came up here to Fairbanks. So what we have here, again, this is the building that way back in the day was a dairy farm, but in around 1989 or 1990, this entire property caught on fire. They were currently boarding horses at that time. I was actually on that structure fire because I've been in the fire service since 1985. I got started as a cadet in high school, and that particular fire where this building that you're looking at burned, it was the second fire of the night. I was water supply. I was out there on the road and was very disappointed that I didn't get to come in and fight fire. Off in the distance there is a horse arena, and this building right there is a chicken coop behind the unsightly outhouse that my wife really doesn't like. Anyway, chicken coop, that was the first structure that we built on the property even before we had a place to live. Out in the distance, I built 3 run-ins for the horses that we board. I mentioned that the Airbnbs were a great idea. The horse boarding, not so much. So this building that you're looking at, I did extensive remodel. I'm going to run you through this real quick. Everything that you see was basically all of the lumber was milled right there on that sawmill that you see buried in the snow. I go fall the logs, I bring the logs home, I mill them up, and I turn them into lumber. And to a certain extent, if it works out, I'm going to show you a little project throughout this class of how I do things with some lumber. So again, this is inside the barn. This was very dilapidated when I bought it. This, as you can see, is the tack room. We'll bop in here. Everything that you see was built by me. Sorry about the lighting transition, But all of the wood, everything on the ceiling, that was all milled here. The stuff down on the floor, that was some reclaimed wood, and some of it was freshly milled. And as we cruise along in here, kind of getting close to the end of my timeline, I want to run you through the barn. I'm in the midst of some certain projects. I built all of these stalls, including welding up these bars for the doors. This is kind of one of the little features that I thought were pretty cool. These drop down. Don't know if you could see that very well. Built these little latches. Put these on rails. So there's 2 stalls that are completed. These are still all kind of a work in progress. Black stone that I just got for my birthday, works great, love it. Just a bunch of junk. Now you notice things are fairly untidy, but again, if I had time, I'd show you how rough this place was. But all of these cabinets, the trim, all of that stuff was done with my wife and I. These are all custom built by hand. The cabinet itself was purchased, but all of the features were handmade. Let me flip the light on right here. And I know I'm going a little bit over time, but a couple of kind of cool things. This was all handmade with material that was here on site. That sliding door right there, don't know if the picture captures it very well, but then this laundry room, oop, that's a mess. So that's the bedding from the Airbnb, master bedroom, and custom bathroom. All of this stuff again, all custom done. I did not do the tile work, somebody else did, but we did convert this dresser into a bathroom vanity. And to wrap things up, this is the office. My wife's mad at me because I kind of made a disaster getting the camera equipment ready. She found this old antique door, also on rollers, something else that's kind of cool. She does all the fancy stuff and I do the work. This is the project that's currently in progress and I'm way over time, but this is a little vanity right there. I don't know what you call this, but she designed it. I built it. This is one that's not completely done. And this is the area to upstairs. I'd show you more, but I'm out of time. All of the wood and stuff that you're looking at right now. Again, these were trees that I drug home, milled up on my sawmill, and then put together. Again, all of the railing up there, that is actually rebar that was cut to length, set into the stair runners, and the runners again were all built by yours truly by hand. The runners themselves are actually birch, and this concludes the tour and a day in the life. And that's our little dog, Macy. We have 3 dogs, 6 kids, currently 1 horse that we own, 5 on the property total. And yeah, that's me, that's us. Sorry this went a little long.